All right, y'all. We back again with a video. So I'm doing a reaction to Andrew Tate officially charged with rape and human trafficking. We're on YouTube. And human trafficking by Romanian authorities, y'all. So, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought this was just dead and buried in the sense that he was on house arrest just for an extended amount of time. But now they're able to resurface and charge him. Like, I don't get it. And it may have a lot to do with the statements and stuff he's been saying after the fact. Because, you know, Andrew Tate, he just went out on a tirade. Not really a tirade. He did the BBC interview. You know what I'm saying? He's done several other podcasts. But he kind of went underground for a little bit when he first got released. But let's just watch Law and Crime Network to get additional context because obviously I'm lost. The Romanian justice system.
God is on our side, and you know what? I have faith in the Romanian judicial system. I have faith in the system, and unfortunately, the reality is, in every country in the world, this is not an anti-Romania podcast. To make this very clear, in every country in the world, innocent people get caught up in the judicial system, and they have to prove their innocence.
Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan defiant and proclaiming their innocence as Romanian prosecutors up the ante, charging them and two other.
Yeah, they're so defiant. This is my thing, bro. They're already pushing a narrative like they're guilty. So I'm not sure what evidence has been found, but when you stand up for yourself and you possibly didn't commit a crime, that's defiant. Clown world.
Women with rape, human trafficking, and forming a criminal gang to exploit women. Thanks for joining us here on Law and Crime. I'm Anjanette Levy. Prosecutors in Romania announced today that they filed these charges against the Tate brothers and those two women. The allegations involve 7 women who prosecutors say were misled and transported to Romania for trafficking, and that some of this occurred in the UK and also the United States. The Tate brothers had been called to the Directorate for Investigating Organized Crime and Terrorism last week. They learned then that some of the human trafficking claims were being dropped, but prosecutors told the Tates at the time that they were planning to add charges. Tristan Tate addressed the allegations during an emergency meeting with his brother on Rumble last week.
In 2021, 2 years ago, my brother and I formed an organized criminal gang with the intent of moving women to Romania so we could steal money from their TikTok accounts to enrich ourselves.
The Tate brothers say these claims are ridiculous. Andrew Tate.
You see how they cut it right there? Like if you I could have a field day on this, bro. Cause you know, like the buffoons, right? The buffoons that don't look in the full context, they're gonna take a clip. You see how they end it right there as if Tristan's admitted, like he's reading something. He's obviously reading the article. They started and ended like he's making a statement, a personal statement. You know? This is what I'm trying to say, bro. The media they think they so slick, but it's like they are slick because only goofballs, there's a lot of people that's real dumb falling for this.
The Tate brothers say these claims are ridiculous. Andrew Tate retweeted a tweet that states, the Tate brothers had over $100 million in wealth in 2021. DCOT alleges these crimes happened in 2021 to enrich themselves from TikTok accounts. These are all lies made up by DCOT. Tristan Tate addressed some questions from his fans during that emergency meeting.
Hey Tristan, you used to run a webcam studio. I no longer run one, but yes, I used to. How is this linked into the case? That has nothing to do with the case.
Facts.
Tristan Tate says the webcam studio closed 4 years prior to 2021. He and Andrew claim these allegations are fabricated, part of a conspiracy to take them down by what they call the Matrix. Andrew Tate is a world champion kickboxer, social media influencer, and former Big Brother UK contestant. He has millions of Twitter followers. Some of his philosophies have led to other social media platforms banning him for what's been called misogynistic content. Tate says he uses satire to convey his message and that it's twisted by those who want to destroy him.
These people are absolutely not controlled. Most of our detractors are controlled by what they see on the news, and they don't even...
You know what's funny? How, like, when anything is... And, you know, I love all my ladies out there. Don't get it wrong. But it's kind of the world we live in to where everything is misogynist. To where you say one thing about a woman, oh, my God, you're a misogynist. It's taken to the extreme. But how many platforms, how many times do we encounter misandry, which is the hate of men? If misogyny is the hate of women, misandry is the hate of men. And a lot of people don't even know that word exists. And it's funny because I think it was on Fresh and Fit or some platform that had mentioned this, or it was Andrew Tate, to where he said it's funny how misogyny is such a commonly used phrase, but if you ask women or anybody in general, what's the phrase for the hate of men? They just quiet. Misandry. So with that being said, bro, it's crazy we live in a world, bro, day to day, men get ridiculed, men get shit on, excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? It's day to day to where it's okay to bash men. It's okay. It doesn't matter. You know, how many times is the fat dude getting called fat because he ain't in shape? How many times is the broke dude getting called broke or made fun of because he doesn't have his life together? But when you flip it, it's never that case. It's, oh, you got to be nice to women all the time. And, you know, let's call a spade a spade. If we're fighting for equal rights, right, you can't flip the coin and play both sides when you want to. So this is what's crazy to me, is that there's millions of platforms out there with women shaming men. But in a case that this is even taken out of context, bro, because I follow Andrew Tate before all this stuff. Before he became the most Googled person in the world, I knew who Andrew Tate was. And I followed some of his content to where I just broke down and listened to what he was saying. But, bro, how many platforms, you know, just discredit or ridicule men? But there's no party coming up, oh, we got to fight for men's rights. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't care like that, bruh. Like, we just don't care.
Don't have any interest in
but oh my
the
God,
truth.
how
it's
dare
amazing
you?
to me. I'm the most famous, most Googled man on the planet, right? I'm the most Googled man on the planet, and videos of me are being presented out of context. And every single time I do a podcast, I say, that's shown out of context.
Oh, the
facts.
Straight to the thrust here. Out and
Andrew and Tristan Tate have been on house arrest since their release from jail on March 31st. They had been taken into custody in late December. Tate has thumbed his nose at prosecutors, posting videos that appear to show him enjoying life as much as he can on house arrest. Tate broke his silence in an interview with the BBC about the allegations.
Let's start with the allegations. Have you raped anybody?
Absolutely not.
This is a garbage interview.
Have you trafficked anybody?
Absolutely not.
Tate was not happy with the edited final product.
I thought that even the BBC...
See, when you can
in its
edit stuff
absolute
nowadays, bro, they're going to portray you a certain way. So this is the matrix they're referring to. You can't win because even when you're right, you know, the powers that be, the media, you know, whoever it may be controlling the narrative is going to switch the narrative because your message is too powerful. It's too strong, bro. Me as a person, I actually advocate for all people, for life in general. So why would I support a dude if I knew that he was about being a misogynist? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never advocate. And I'm not even saying I stand 10 toes right now, because I stand 10 toes with the message I know to date. Now, if there's new evidence that pops up, I still don't think he did it. Regardless, to be honest, I don't think he did it. I think they're just coming up with stuff just because he's been able to finagle and bamboozle y'all in the media. Nobody can catch him slipping, saying something wrong. Nobody's found no real evidence. So until that comes out, then I'll be like, okay, because it's all speculation at this point. It's speculation, bro. It's all speculation, which is crazy.
Arrogance and hubris would be smart enough to come to me after 6 months, being the first interview I gave to The Matrix, and be smart enough to ask questions people were genuinely interested in.
The Associated Press reports prosecutors have ordered that assets of the Tates be seized, including 15 luxury cars, watches, and $3 million in cryptocurrency. A spokesperson for the Tates says that they hope to be exonerated. For Law and Crime, I'm Anjanette Levy.
You should have, I mean, bruh, Tate, you got to get out of Romania as quickly as possible. I know you was on house arrest, so you couldn't have done it. But you know what's crazy, how he ended up getting caught? He had told this story on a podcast the other day. He was talking about how the fact was he was, I think I'm going to say he was in Miami or something. I don't know where he was originally, but he wasn't in Romania. He was traveling somewhere. Basically, he was, and it was leading up, because they got arrested, I think, like a day before New Year's Eve or something like that. So essentially, they was trying to come back home to, I guess, repack so that they could go spend New Year's somewhere. They was thinking about going to Dubai. So they traveled back to Romania so that Andrew could pack a suitcase. and then they was gonna fly out to Dubai that morning. But come to find out, that's the night that they nabbed him. You know what I'm saying? He came back to Romania. He's packing a bag. He's gonna sleep that night, head out in the morning. They got him that night, and he spent what? How long was he in jail? Like 6 months or something? 5 months? I don't even remember. But that's crazy to me. So obviously there was a little mouse. Somebody ratted, you know what I'm saying, and probably told the feds that he had touched back down, or maybe they caught wind he came back. But my thing is, bruh, you're a multi-millionaire and you need to go home and pack a bag. I would have not done that. I would have just went straight to Dubai, got a whole fresh fitting out there, live lavishly. I'm not going to come home just to pack a bag, bro. Even if it's on the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But with that being said, man, shout out Andrew and Tristan. Hopefully they can overcome this, because honestly, I just don't think that they did this. I think that the agenda nowadays is to silence men, regardless of what they like. They just want men to be silenced, especially when they speak out about masculine things. Now the agenda is to turn men soft. You need to be expressive of your feelings. You need to be able to do this and that. Men are becoming women. Women are becoming men, bro. So at the end of the day, I advocate for the Tates until they give hard rock evidence that he actually did something wrong. I'm in the Tate's corner, bro, because if you could read and see so many testimonials about how they've helped people, they don't care about that stuff, right? It's only one agenda. Oh, we're going to cut a clip about what he said about a female, and he's a misogynist, and he's a woman hater, and he's a woman beater. But then on the flip side, you're telling me he's just pure evil. He's not doing nothing to benefit anybody. If you were the most Googled person on the planet, you're doing something right. There's intrigue. People are looking into your message. It's not just about him being on some fuckery or some clown world shit to where, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he's saying something with legitimate substance. If you watch Andrew Tate's interviews, anything to where he's creating content, yeah, he jokes around at times, but when he gets really into, you know, having conversations with a lot of sense, you know, having deep conversations, bro, he can go off. He'll go off all day. He's going to give you a lot of game. And he's helped a lot of, I guess, young men. So they wipe that across. Let's wipe that off the board, huh? People saying, oh, I was going to kill myself. I was going to commit suicide until, you know, basically your message helped me. Men need to prioritize themselves in the sense to where if you're a man and you ain't got nothing going on, bro, you need to get your life together. That's the bottom line of the message. You can't be a bum as a man. We now know that nowadays women got so many expectations out of us as men. So how you going to be average? You can't even be average and think you can exist, really. You can't, bro. That's the illusion they want you to believe, the facade, because they want you to stay average. Now you got to chase a bag, bro. You got to get your money up. But anyways, I've done a lot of rambling, but, you know, I'm on one today, y'all. I'm on one. I could go in all day talking about some clown world stuff, bro. Anyways, free the Tates, even though they ain't even locked up. But, bro, y'all need to move. Get out of Romania. As soon as they lift that y'all's house arrest, Romania ain't it, bro. And honestly, I don't even think y'all should be in Europe. Y'all can't be in Europe, bro. Y'all got to go back to go to the States. Go to the States. They're American. I mean, they lived in England, but they were born in America. So go to the States, my boy. Just go back to the States, man. We'll catch you guys, man. We out.